Outraged European farmers are ramping up protests in the streets of Brussels today. Farmers were seen throwing stones at police, eggs at the European Parliament, and even starting fires in the streets. Lines of tractors gridlock major highways and block the EU headquarters as leaders meet there for a summit this morning. The farmers are hoping to pressure leaders to do more to help them with things like rising costs and taxes. Journalist Ishan Garg is on the ground in Brussels for more on this story. So, Ishan, we can see there a smoky scene continues there this morning. We saw those fires that were happening in that same location. So what is the mood there right now with those farmers around you this morning?
Well, there's certainly a large degree of anger among the protesters, many of them complaining against EU policies that relate to agriculture. There are various groups of farmers present here. As you can see behind me, most of the tractors and the farmers that are here, they're actually Belgian, but we've also seen farmers come down from Spain. We've seen Italian groups here. So it's a large collection of farmers who are presenting their side of things, saying that they are angry not only at the policies of their specific governments, but also the EU policies. And their main concern is that their productivity, their profits have declined in the past few years, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. And they are particularly concerned about cheaper imports coming from Latin American countries and also from Ukraine. And many of the farmers who are present here, they are saying that this is a big moment for them, especially as the EU Parliament elections are coming up later this year.
The European elections are coming and politicians are super nervous, so also the European Commission. And I think that is the best moment that together all the European farmers go to this street and show our necessities, because we cannot stay again another 5 years waiting more legislation and not compete with the same tools that third countries.
The elections coming up is also part of the reason why many of the leaders are now looking to engage with the farmers, with the EU Commission recently holding several rounds of meetings, hoping to assuage their concerns.
And Ishan, I can see that scene behind you, not only very heated, literally and figuratively, with the fire behind you, and also just people yelling. We're seeing those images there. A lot of anger there right now. So the protesters, they really want the attention from the EU leaders attending the summit in the city. What other actions are they hoping to see from them?
Well, gaining EU's attention is certainly the big priority here, because as you can see behind me, they're lighting fires. You can hear the sound of the firecrackers probably. There's blaring music right behind me, and all of this to get the attention of the European institutions. There was an announcement just a few minutes ago that they're potentially going to go closer to the EU Council building, where the 27 heads of state are meeting right now. And this is not one of the topics, the farmers' protest is not one of the topics on the agenda officially, but analysts have said that it's highly unlikely that, given this is happening right in the heart of Brussels, that farmers' concerns will not be raised there. That's not likely, according to analysts. So they are hoping that they will be able to get the attention of the EU leaders and hopefully get more subsidies and potentially some form of economic help from the bloc.
Yeah, Ishan, that scene that is unfolding behind you there definitely may be very hard to ignore. Thanks so much for this update. That's journalist Ishan Garg in Brussels.